So let's start off with the mapping of the Milky Way. This is the European Space Agency doing this one.
Yes, so this is the Gaia satellite. Now, if you look out on a beautiful dark night, you can see approximately, a few thousands of individual stars. Gaia, with this incredible new technology, is able to find billions, 1.7 billion. And indeed, as we're seeing here, we zoom out. These are all actual star locations. You can see its focus is relatively nearby to the Milky Way. What we're doing is uncovering the structure of the Milky Way. These are the constellations changing over the course of a year as Gaia moves from one side of the Sun to the other with the Earth's orbit. This is parallax, which we discussed a few weeks back. We now know the positions and the motions of these stars, so we can actually watch as they, move around the galaxy. We can fast forward the Milky Way 1 million years into the future and see these constellations just dissolve. So all of this information is allowing us to better understand, our near environment. So these are the asteroids that just happen to get in the way of Gaia's observations of the distant stars, but also understand the history of the Milky Way, and in particular, what smaller objects collided to form the Milky Way. We can track those motions of those stars, and in particular, we can try to find the Sun's siblings, because a theory was that the Sun did not form in isolation, instead formed with identical twins, as it were, but over the billions of years, they've gone on their merry way around the Milky Way.
Separated into different orbits.
Yeah, with 1.7 billion stars, we have a chance to find them.
Wow.
The sons of stars. Now, NASA's mission to Mars has launched.
Yes.
Very spectacular.
I'm very excited. This is one of the most atmospheric launches. This was in West Coast, launched in complete fog. It was a stunning film noir-esque experience to watch this launch. InSight is designed to take the heartbeat of the red planet. The idea is it's a seismograph. It also measures heat and temperatures deep in the soil. The idea is that we will understand the inner structure and nature of Mars. Currently, we only have the Earth as a go in terms of that inner structure. Well, thanks to InSight, when it arrives in November, and look at it rise above the clouds. There was a friend of a friend was flying, just happened to be randomly flying by.
I was going to ask, how do they get that shot above the cloud?
Yeah, well, I mean, that was a NASA mission, but this guy was genuinely shocked, didn't know this was happening, and just looked out the window, and there's a rocket just came by.
The pilot didn't say, as we're approaching this landmass, look to the left or right. They didn't say there was a NASA launch happening to one's left?
No, they just got a few second warning and looked out, and there was a rocket rising by. What's beautiful about InSight is that we can actually learn about the inner nature of Mars, whether it's a liquid core or solid core. And there's an easy way for you to do this at home to understand this experiment. Boil an egg and leave a second egg, unboiled as it were, and spin them, and you'll see them wobble differently because of that inner structure. The solid one will wobble less than the liquid egg. The same effect happens on Mars.
Right.
We're going to melt
it. If it wobbles as it goes.
Bit of wibble wobbling.
Yeah.
So we've had an announcement about the establishment of an Australian Space Agency. Any new developments there? Does it really amount to much, do you think? When it's not a huge amount of money compared to what, say, Europe and America put into theirs.
Yeah, absolutely. Relative to NASA or ESA, it's not that big a budget, but it's also not trying to be a NASA or ESA. It's absolutely jobs focused. The idea is it will leverage private investment and use that $50 million in the sense of a seed fund. What is exciting is they did announce one of the technology drivers, and that's GPS. If you can get a better GPS system, you can improve everything from farms to fisheries. One future technology for GPS, which I think is just so exciting, is when you get to millimeter accuracies, you can actually watch the water table rise and fall across Australia. I just think that would be such a spectacular moment to understand what's under our very feet.
Yeah, amazing. And we've got a meteor shower to enjoy?
Yes, this one may... I looked out this morning because I happened to be awake at 5 a.m.
Really? Why?
Yeah. Unfortunately, the moon is out and is outshining a lot of the meteor showers. But if you look to the east from 2 a.m. until 6 a.m., thereabouts, you should see the Eta Aquariids meteor shower.
What will it look like?
You'll see some shooting stars, and because the moon's there outshining, you'll only see the very brightest.
Okay.
But that might be a couple per 10 minutes, say. Well worth getting a chance if you happen to be awake.